What's up everybody and welcome back to an Idiot's Road to Glory, where we are starting off on a freeze frame after selling everything from the last episode. We have got almost 400,000 coins, and we're going to jump in with comment of the day, which comes from Ben, who says, haha, all of these 83 players you just sold are now worth bank because of the Team of the Week SBCs. Well, don't you worry, Ben, because we sold them before Black Friday, before everyone went crazy on the packs and started listing them for stupidly low prices. We got like, I don't know, 1,500 coins, 2,000 coins for some of them. And then we bought them all back. So that is what this episode is going to be about. How I made about 500,000 coins from Black Friday. So you guys are going to need to keep up. You can see after selling some stuff, like look, we bought. I mean, some of them didn't really drop in price too much, and we did a lot of sniping. You could see like we sold Glick for like, I think 13 or 1,400 coins, and you're going to see that we bought them back for like 900. But we were never going to lose coins because they were never really going to go down. So I sold them, and then some of them went down, some of them stayed the same, and we just bought them back, and it didn't really matter too much. But you can see we got about 400k. Did a little bit of sniping of some Mexicans for the Chicharito SBC, the flashback one, picking him up for like 1,000 coins and selling them on for like 2,700, which is pretty sick. I managed to get ourselves all the way up to 400k, and then over that by selling the Bundesliga players, because as you guys remember, ages ago we did some long-term investing in silver Bundesliga players, some non-rare ones and stuff like that for the League SBC, which come out and people didn't go quite as mental for it as the previous ones. Like when the Premier League one comes out, people are going to go absolutely mental. I think just go wild and buy players for ridiculous prices. So I'm definitely at the end of Black Friday going to be getting invested for that one. And it doesn't even take that many coins. Like you can literally just every once a week during Squad Battle Rewards or during Div Rival Rewards, just pick up some silvers, pick up some non-rare golds and stuff like that, just store them in your club, and you might have like 50k stored up by the end of it, but then you'll sell them on for like a couple 100,000, which is absolutely ludicrous. But we're going in basically, we've got 400k, and we're going in, and we're going to start it off. Our first bit of Black Friday investing was players that get strong and perfect links that are basically discard value. Now, we were overpaying a little bit here, we probably should have got them on bid, but the market was already up a little bit from people starting to do their investments. But these ones turned out to be absolute revelation. So picking up Danny Welbeck's for basically like 500-600 coins. Seen another one popped up at 550 and I didn't even bother to buy it. And then we only picked up Mark Albrightons as well. So not all of the investments work, and it's best to, if you're gonna ever do this for anything in the future, it's best to spread yourself wide. Obviously, if you can hit it on the money. So I'll give you guys a bit of a spoiler. We sold a Glick there for like 1,300 coins. I then bought loads of them back for like 900 coins, and I sold them all on for 3k. If I'd have put all of my coins into Glicks, I would have tripled my money, but obviously I didn't, because if Glick didn't go up, nothing happened. So I spread myself out and tried to balance the risk. And again, Aaron Lennon was an absolutely insane one. We were buying him here, just pages and pages of him for 500, 550 coins. And I think I was selling this guy on for 3,000 on the Saturday, which is absolutely just... If I'd have done that, what's that? A 6-fold increase. If I'd have put all 500k into Aaron Lennon's, I'd have had 2.5 million, which is mad. But obviously that's a bit silly because maybe he won't go up. But we did it in, basically what we were going for is people are going to want to do these flash SBCs, especially the good ones, and they make them a little bit difficult. Like I didn't actually know what they were at this point because none of them had come out. I was just basing it on last year where you have to do, and it turned out to be right. We have to put like 6 nations from 4 leagues and only 3 players from the same nation, that sort of stuff. And basically you need strong links, and perfect links are even better. So I picked up, as you can see, I've got loads on bid here as well of Spanish perfect links. So you can see the left back and left wing perfect link of Cordoba and Yuri. I don't even know who that guy is. Does anyone even know who that guy is? Nobody actually uses them on FIFA, but you can hopefully make some coins on them. I didn't actually end up making coins on these guys. I'll tell you as we go along as well. So it's going to get, it's not confusing, but you do need to pay attention to see what's going on. But as I show you me buying them, I'll explain what we did with them as well. Because if I literally sat here and showed you, bought them for this, sold them for this, bought them for this, sold them, it'd just get really, really boring. So we're just going to have a bit of a chat. You can see me here picking up Kieran Trippier's for under 2k coins, which was like, these ones are going to be the ones that I thought were the big money. You can see also I went for some players from the Serie A, because last year they did ones where you needed like 5 Serie A players, and then another one where you needed 5 La Liga players and stuff. They didn't go for that this year, which is unfortunate, because them Gervinho's would have been worth a fortune. If they did done a La Liga one, them guys that I just picked up obviously would have been worth a fortune. I've got some Fernando Llorente's just because Premier League non-rare striker. People love for some reason to use Premier League players for everything. They use Premier League players for their team and they use Premier League players for their SBC. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're just most familiar with them. and they'll have like a team built, and they'll have like a Spanish guy, a cam, and a Premier League guy, next other cam in like 4-5-1 or something. Like, oh my god, who do I need? And if they were doing it from a different league, they'd then just go and check the concepts or Foothead or something and find a player. But like, oh, I know the Premier League, Fernando Llorente, and then they go and buy him for 3,000 coins off me when I was buying him for 400. Pretty mental, but people just seem to absolutely love it. So then we just went a little bit crazy and started buying 82 fullbacks and 83 wingers. So I was picking up Bender, Trippier, and Marcus Alonso, and I think I got some Lucas Hernandez as well, and then like Lamar and Promes and Malcolm and Castillejo and players like that. Basically thinking that they're going to be the ones that you can see me picking up Castillejos for 1,900 coins. We sold them on for like 3,200 on the Saturday when the 83 Team of the Week SBC come out. It was very, very good. I'll show you guys that in a little bit at the end and show you how many coins it actually made. But basically, I went all in. Not all in. I went very, very deep on the fullbacks. We did. You can see we're down to 107,000 coins now. I'm not going to show you me buying everything. That get horrendously boring. But I'll just give you guys a sneak peek or a snippet of all the different stuff. We're picking up some Diego Costas just in case. We got some 84s in Mandzukic and crap loads of Benders and non-rares and all sorts of different stuff. Basically just trying to make sure we're covered for all bases. If you need high players for a tradable one, we've got Diego Costas and Mandzukic's. If you just need 83s, which is what it turns out you did, we've got loads of them. Non-rares for flash SBCs, blah, 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 blah. And then it started getting teased that there was going to be a baby icon SBC coming out. And I started to get a little bit touchy, because it makes sense, to be fair. Like, the market is absolutely battered. I mean, I don't know if they actually will. And there's been a lot of talk about it. I'm recording this on Monday morning, on Sunday night, and leakers, people who like leak stuff for FIFA saying that it's coming and things like that. I don't know. The Prime Icon SBC number 2 is expiring today to me. Monday. Is that today to you? Yeah, that's today to you. So by the time you guys are seeing this video, it's probably already expired and you'll know what's happened. But basically, I decided, I was dilly-dallying for absolutely ages. You can see his record's sick. 27 goal contributions in 25 games from Cam, which is absolutely crazy for Nedved. He's really, really, really good. But his price is held up a little bit by the fact that you need icons for the Icon SBC. And with the fact that Icon number 2 is about to expire, and that's the good one, though, you get like a Rio and Makaleli and stuff. And the other one's pretty crap, where nobody really wants to do it, with like a Zola and a Hadji actually, or Giggs, and trade their icons in. I was thinking his price is a little bit propped up. I was nervous that they were going to bring out a baby icon SBC. So I actually decided to list them up for basically, well, 1,000 coins less than what we got them for. Obviously, we're going to lose tax. But I backed myself to be able to make more coins with that 700k than I would get if I kept hold of them and you needed them for the next SBC. Slash, if he stayed the same, or if I even potentially lost coins if you don't need it. Maybe they bring out a new icon SBC where you don't actually need to trade in an icon. Even if it's not a baby icon one, prices will go down. Because he used to be about 550k. He's only 86 rated at the end of the day, even though he's really, really good. So he's propped up maybe a couple of 100,000 coins by the fact that you are just trading them in. And he's basically SBC, a bit of SBC fodder as well. Not quite as bad as some of the other ones, but people obviously will still use him because he's at the bottom end of the spectrum. So I sold him, basically. I put him up for sale. I was a little bit touchy. You can see we've got 87k at this point. I haven't quite invested absolutely everything. We've invested like maybe 300,000 or 400,000 coins. And then he sells, and obviously we lose about 40k to tax. 30k to tax, I suppose it is. And we've got ourselves just over 700k, almost 800k. So in the end, we end up investing most of this as well. I end up investing about 1 million coins into stuff, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. But first of all, we need to actually buy someone else so we can play our foot champs. So I decided to just pick up Coutinho. I was debating getting him for ages anyway, and doing... This was obviously originally the Messi squad, and some of you guys were asking about that, like, where's the Messi squad gone? This is the Messi squad, and the goal was to get Messi and Nedved at one point. It was just which one to get first, and I decided to go Nedved and Ben Yedder rather than Messi and Coutinho first. But we ended up getting neither of them. Well, we ended up having neither of them because we sold the Nedved on and then picked up the Coutinho we were going to go for. And it kind of just gave me a bit of a test, and I probably did make the right decision, to be honest with you guys. This is the first game that we played with Coutinho against Calvinho, who's got probably the most common sight on FUT Champs, all 3 Player of the Month cards. It's mad how much you see that. And then probably my least favourite sight in FUT Champs. Maybe apart from Varane, Ramos and Courtois, that one's pretty annoying. But the Van Dijk and the De Gea drives me nuts. And this was only my second game of FUT Champs this week, and we got very unlucky with the matchmaking because this guy is actually really good at FIFA. Started off with a goal from Player of the Month Lucas in the 30th minute. There was loads of chances and stuff like that for both of us. It was a reasonably close, well, it's a very close game to be fair. But we've got lots to get through. Rather than boring you guys, showing you absolutely everything, I will just show you guys the goals. So we come back into it in the 52nd minute. Managed to get a tackle off there with Mounier. Play it down the line to Ben Yedder, who's absolutely rapid, to be fair to him. I really do like Ben Yedder. He doesn't get the most like goals and assists and stuff like that, but he's a really, really good player. Not the best of crosses there, but we get the ball back. We cut back with Coutinho. Nice little drag back. Plays it across to Paulinho. Plays it through to Ben Yedder. Great touch and a great finish from him into the top corner. I think a little bit of a deflection off David De Gea, making it 1-1 in the 55th minute. He's, like I said, Ben Yedder's really good. I really like him. I would recommend him to you guys. There you can see, full time, 1-1. Really close game, really tight game. This is only my second game of FUT Champs. You can see there, slightly dominant on the position, nothing crazy. Basically equal on shots on target. He's had a few more pot shots. We've created 4 good chances, if that means. We've guaranteed shots on target and stuff like that. He was going for some pot shots and stuff. Pretty close game. This guy was good at FIFA. Decent pass accuracy from the both of us. We made some subs. Firmino coming in the centre, Lucas coming in on the left, and then we went for it and threw on our player of the month, Hazard, as well, to try and secure it. This is only game 2. I was like, come on, I can't be losing in game 2. This is bloody ridiculous. So we went for the player of the month, Hazard, to try and get the edge in extra time. We jump into it, and I'm just going to show you guys this from the kickoff, as it didn't actually take me too long to score. I'm not sure if you could count this as a kickoff goal. I suppose it kind of is. I was trying, after speaking to Curbs, as you guys might have seen from that coaching video, or where he just watched me and gave me some tips and stuff. I was just trying to be a bit more patient and create actual good chances rather than and keep hold of the ball and stuff like that. I could still whip that in, and I do end up whipping it in anyway, which I definitely should have passed it on again inside to Lucas. So I'm still not great at it, but I'm getting a lot better. I'm trying to keep the ball and take the 100% pass chance rather than just going for a Hail Mary. Although that one was a bit of a Hail Mary, and it did actually seem to work. So that was a nice finish by Gareth Bale on his right foot in the 94th minute. And then we managed to actually go 3-1 up as well, which is pretty good. Van Dijk just doesn't lose headers, but Davinson Sanchez isn't particularly good at passing. Firmino gives it off to Gareth Bale, who gets down the line, great bit of strength, tries to cut it back. This guy is an absolute mare with his clearance, as you can see here. Don't know what that first touch is. Lucas knocks it through, and Firmino finishes off. So maybe a bit of a lucky win, I suppose you could call it. He's got very, very unfortunate. I think he subbed on that informed Forest, who had the first touch from hell with that, and it brought it back to, was it Mal Lucas who played it through? I can't quite remember which player it was, but horrific first touch. He was kind of panicking at the back, and we managed to get a 3-1. And then, as you can see, it's now the 122nd minute. We've got ourselves a throw-in. We're just trying to run down the clock. Firmino runs the ball out of play, but that was the end of the game. And we managed to not break or not get our first loss of FUT Champs in the second bloody game. Or so we thought, because we were skipping through the replays and FIFA broke. So at this point, I was properly annoyed. Just sweated my life off to grind out a win, but luckily it didn't actually give me the loss. So obviously I've just jump cut, but in that time where I was waiting for it to sort itself out, reload FIFA, I was like, for Christ's sake, don't give me the loss. I've just played extra time against a really good player for nothing. We're both going to get the loss. But it turned out okay, and we jumped back in. And we started doing some of these flash SBCs, which were costing me basically nothing, to be honest with you, to get some pretty sick packs. And I was being careful not to trade in my investment stuff. So talking about selling Bundesliga players, we're going to sell them on for like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 coins for some of them. There was a couple of them that were worth like 5k, but nothing major. We got some from the Turkish League there as well. It picked up like 300 coins. Sell them on for 1,000, you've tripled your coins. It's not too bad. Small and constant investments is a good way to go, rather than going for one Hail Mary massive investment. Oh, that's the way I like to do it anyway. So we were trying not to trade them in, and it turns out we could literally just put any old random bronzes into this one to get ourselves a UCL rare player pack, which is pretty sick. So in tomorrow's episode, we're going to have an absolute huge pack opening, because we've got tons of these Flash SBC packs, UCL packs, 45k packs, 15k packs. We've got our pre-order packs as well, and we've got our squad battle reward packs, because we were doing that again to get a FUT swap player. So make sure you're about for tomorrow's episode. It's going to be huge. So many packs to open. But for now, as you can see, picking up more investments. We've got 400k. We're obviously already deep into investing at this point, because we had like 700 from selling on Nedved. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the key investments that I picked up. So we were managing to get Lucas Leiva's for 950, 1,000, 1,100 coins. Picked one up for 1,000 there. Picked one up for 1,100. Didn't manage to get the one for 750, unfortunately. But like I said, people go a little bit stupid and started listing them for stupid prices. Like, people are opening up the packs and just not understanding what was going to happen. So like I said to the comment of the day, like I would have sold the Lucas on for maybe like 1,400 coins on the Thursday, and then I'm buying them back for like 1,000 now. So not crazy, but you may as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are stupid. People who are packing these Lucases could have just held onto them and they would have been able to sell them for 3k, and instead they're selling them to people like me who are just hoovering them up and making a fortune off the back of their packs, which is pretty weird. But anyway, as in between we were buying stuff, and obviously we had like 700k to spend, and we were spending on players that cost like 1,000 or 2,000 coins. It was going to take a while because you were trying to snipe some of them and stuff like that as well. There was some of them where I did just get bored, and I was like, I can't be bothered like sniping a Lucas for 1,100 coins when there's 10 pages of them for 1,200, and I just hoovered up loads of them for 1,200 just to make it quicker. But we were smashing through the SBCs and stuff, trading in junk from our clubs, trading in loads of untradables and things like that. This one actually got me a UCL rare player pack, which is again going to be an absolute banging one to open. If we can get someone half decent in that, I'm pretty sure they're tradable, otherwise it would say in brackets untradable, wouldn't it? I'm sure. So that's going to be a very, very good one for tomorrow's episode as well. So and it's Monday too. It's Cyber Monday while we're doing this. It's only like the morning, so hopefully, I think it kicked off at 2 o'clock on Friday. Hopefully 2 o'clock we get loads more Flash SBCs and we can do even more of them for another video as well. So that'd be really, really good. But like you can see, Flash SBCs are going off, and I am absolutely going off with my investments. Got a little bit carried away there. Marco Brighton for a second was 7k, so I listed mine for 6,400 and he obviously didn't sell. But you can see here, sold that one for 3,800. Damari Grays that I picked up for 4,800. The Welbs for 2k. The Aaron Lennons were like 3k. So I was listing them a couple under just to make sure that they sold before. It was for that UCL rare player pack. Everyone was like, UCL rare players, go crazy, build Premier League squads to get the team. And people were just losing their mind. So I was just selling all of this stuff on. You can't really lose coins. I probably could have lost 100 on each player or something like that. I even went and shipped on all of the stuff in my club, like Awobis, and I had some Sessignons that I bought, and people are just stupid, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie, I'd never underestimate how ridiculous people are on FIFA. Like, there we go. Remember I sold Glick for 1,300? Well, I bought one back for 900, and then I sold them for 3,700. People are mad. People are actually crazy. Like, this one's not too bad because it's 83s. People obviously want to rinse through the Team of the Week SBCs. You can see Castellanos, I was buying him for like 1,800 and we're going to sell him on for, I think, 3,000. He did eventually go up to like 3,200, 3,400. I had so many players. There you go. Marcus Alonso, bought for 3,200, sold for 4,800. So the left backs weren't quite as good because there wasn't much of a chemistry requirement. You could just stick goalies at left back and it didn't really matter too much so long as you got a link somewhere else. Last year, I think you needed 60 chem, and fullbacks went mental. Like, it was like 7k for an 82 rated fullback or something stupid like that, which is what I was hoping for. Same for the wingers. But they kind of just turned out to be just normal 83s in general. Went up and the wingers didn't go crazy because you didn't actually really need chemistry. Like, you could use Lucas Leiva and, Christ, I'm trying to think of an 83 who links to him. You could just use, an 82 is Alan 82. You could just use Lucas Leiva and Alan because you don't need all 83s to get an 83 rated squad. So you'd use Lucas and Alan, and then I'd give them like 9 chemistry. So you didn't actually need to put someone who gets 6 chem at right wing. You could just put a goalie there or a fullback. So they didn't go up too much, but you can see I was selling Trippier's on for a profit. I even started selling some 84s, and the reason for this is I had so many cards that when I was going to my unassigned, the new ones that weren't duplicates weren't even popping up. Like, they were just locked out of my club in somewhere in the EA abyss, and I couldn't get them to show up. Even when I sold the Glick from my club, all of the like 10-15 unassigned ones I had weren't actually showing up at the start as a non-duplicate, basically, for me to then list up. Occasionally they would, but I had so much stuff that it basically broke the game. So I decided, even though I wasn't making a huge amount of profit on the Mandzukic's, where I was only making like 1,100 coins, and Payet bought him for 3,700. I think we sold, did we sell them for like 4.5k, 5k, something like that? Yeah, 4,900. Just made like 1,200 coins before tax on him. And then again, selling De Vrij for like 5k. I think he did eventually go up to, there you go, 5.5. So making like just over 1,000 coins in him. But it was allowing me to get out the Glicks that were like 900 coins and sell them for like 3k, because I was selling them at one point for 3,700. He did eventually, by the time I managed to get all the stuff out of my club and get him to show up, he dropped down to about 3,000. Currently now he's 3,300, so he's just sort of fluctuating about, and it didn't really matter too much when I sold them in the end, so I could have maybe held on, but I literally couldn't sell them until I got rid of the 84s anyway. So what I decided to do is just sell them all on, and basically see how much we get and get all the 83s and stuff out of my unassigned, which as you can see, we've only got 2 things in Foot Central now, and it's the 2 daily objectives. All of the unassigned are gone. You can see me selling all of them there. The only things we got left on our transfer list are them Rashikas and some 85s and 86s, which we didn't actually end up selling. As you can see, more stuff is sold now to 950k, and we're going to show, I did end up actually list up these guys. So the 85s and 86s we didn't sell, but with this guy being in the current team of the week, always coming out to packs, and you can obviously get him. He's the most packed one. Him and Orban, I think, are the 2 most packed ones in the team of the week tradable SBC thing that people are doing. It's like, screw it, I'm taking 1,000 coins, and then we just got rid of him for 14k. And I can actually check Footbin while we're recording to see if that was a good decision or not. Like, some of you guys are telling me, oh, you shouldn't have sold. They've gone up an extra like 200. Yeah, he's still 14k. Shouldn't have sold. He's gone up like an extra 300 coins on your Lucas Leivers and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I was happy with the profit. I just took the profit. I could have hung on. They could have gone down. They could have gone up. Who knows? I was happy. Took all the profit out. You can see we've got basically 1 million coins, and it does tick over 1 mil. We still got loads of stuff left because I invested in high-rated informs, thinking maybe for the tradable one, you're going to need like an 84 rated squad with an inform or something like that. So then João Mario will go up. We've still got these guys in my club. You can see we've got Otamendi's chilling down there. We've got this other Rashika that we had in our club, which we're going to sell. I'm going to end up selling that Olsen as well because they're lower rated and not really too much use to anyone. And they're both in this current team of the week. But am I gonna flick along and show you my club? Am I not? Are we gonna go to the transfer list? I've definitely left a clip in here somewhere of me showing you guys what we've got. There you go. We just ticked over 1 mil to 1.0208 million. There we go. Here's my club. So we've got Otamendi, Mullers, Matic, Thiago, Paulinho, Vidal, Costa, Brahimi. We've even got this blue Barzagli, which I picked up to maybe do an SBC. Got him for 13k while the packs were out. It's probably gone up a little bit, so I didn't think I was going to lose coins. I was going to trade him in for that foot swap Sturridge, but he's crap. I got the loan and I really don't like him. So hopefully today we get a sick foot swap, not foot swap, flashback. Hopefully today we get a sick flashback that we can use, or if not, I'll just sell him on. But as you can see, we've got about 1 million, just over 1 million, and we've obviously got them like 6 or 7 Rashikas listed up. So when they all sold, I had 1.1 mil. I did actually go and start investing. I think I might have already started investing at this point in some squad fitnesses. So I ended up spending like a couple 100,000 coins on squad fitness. And you'll see later on in the next episode that I've reinvested again. But if we'd have cashed everything out and gone full liquid at this point, I think we would have got to about 1.4 to 1.5 mil. Like, obviously with them Rashikas, when they sold, we were going to get to 1.1 mil anyway. And then we've got like just these informs here. Gignac, Valeri, Vecino, João Mario. That would have got us another 100k to take us to 1.2. And then the 86s in our club would have took us to like 1.3. And then the 86s on our trade pile would have took us to like 1.4. And then we had 85s that could have took us to like 1. So you basically made, just from investing, about 500k from 1 million coins, which is pretty crazy. We obviously reinvested some of it as we were going along because we sold the non-rares a little bit earlier. But we started off with, once we'd sold Nedved, about 1 mil. And if we'd have liquidated, we'd have about 1.5, which is pretty nuts. So I was very, very pleased with that. That's like almost 50% profit on all this stuff. I kind of lazy buyer listed this guy and it took him a while to sell, and I did have to relist a couple of them. But he did go eventually. You can see we've got loads of stuff just chilling in there. We've even got loads of non-rares and stuff, which hopefully will go back up. And we've obviously got this Malcolm that didn't. So some of them did start to drop, like this Malcolm wouldn't sell. I sold all of them for like 3,500 and he wouldn't finish on selling. But we're going to leave it there. That is how I managed to make 500,000 coins from 1 million coins. 50% profit, I think, is pretty bloody decent. Obviously, on some of them, like Aaron Lennon, we're making like 600% profit. And then on like the not the Kyle Walkers, the Trippiers, we're making like 20% profit. But profit is profit. It all balanced out. We balanced the risk and we made a fortune. So I'm very, very pleased with that. It was a very, very successful Black Friday. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Bit of catching up, bit of club management, market manipulation, whatever you want to say. Maybe not the most exciting thing to all you guys, but I really enjoyed doing it and trying to make some coins. We'll see you tomorrow for a classic FIFA craziness. We're going to open an absolute crap load of packs. So I'll see you then.